Good day, everyone. My name is Patience Nsimire, and I'm delighted to kick off our presentation. We are Group 9 members, DPPM1, and this presentation is a collaborative effort by all the members listed on this slide. We've each contributed to the development and delivery of this work. It is our pleasure to present on the topic of socially responsible procurement as part of the project procurement management module. This topic is crucial because it expands procurement's focus beyond cost and quality to include ethical conduct, environmental sustainability, and social impact. At this point, I will hand over to Harriet, who will take us through the introduction.
Okay, good evening, members. I'm Chain Harriet, introducing Socially Responsible Procurement, which is defined as the practice of integrating social, ethical, and environmental considerations in all aspects of procurement process. It ensures that procurement decisions do not just focus on cost and quality, but also support the key goals of socially responsible procurement include ethical sourcing, sustainability, inclusive supply chains. Let me invite Abe to continue from there.
Hello, members. I'm presenting the key principles to social responsible procurement. And the first one is fair labor practices. This ensures workers involved in the supply chain are treated fairly. The second one is ethical sourcing. This prioritizes vendors that operate with integrity and adhere to codes of conduct related to human rights, anti-corruption, and fair trade. The third one is environmental sustainability. This considers the environmental impact in the purchasing decisions. This is, for example, the waste energy and the emissions. The fourth one is inclusion of marginalized groups. This provides access to providing access to procurement for disadvantaged groups. For example, the women, youth, persons with disabilities. The last one I have is transparency and accountability, and this ensures openness and traceability in procurement processes to prevent corruption, favoritism, and fraud. So I'm going to call on Tony to present the next slide.
Yes, good evening. My name is Tony. I am presenting the benefits of socially responsible procurement. These practices has enormous benefits for the institutions in that it helps institutions improve their image, it reduces risk, and also contributes to Uganda Vision 2040. Besides, responsible procurement also promotes long-term cost savings and economic resilience. And the transparency involved helps to build public trust in procurement. So I'd like to hand over to Shakira to continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shakira Nazi, presenting to you the legal and policy framework on socially responsible procurement. These framework policies are designed to ensure transparency, efficiency, and inclusivity in the use of public resources. The examples we have the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Act 2003. This one, its main purpose, it ensures fairness value for money, and local inclusion. For example, reserved tenders for youth or women. Another one we have the National Development Plan for 2025-2026 up to 2029/2030. Now this one, its main purpose, it aligns procurement with socio-economic transformation goals. An example, we have prioritizing local procurement to support industrialization. Then the third one, we have the Local Content Policy 2018. Its main purpose mandates use of local labor, suppliers, and materials. An example here we have oil sector firms buying goods or services from Ugandan companies, or we can also have Bubu, buy Uganda, build Uganda. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to the next presenter, and that will be Akelo.
Hello, people. I hope you're well. I'll be taking you through the supplier engagement strategies. The first point is the capacity building for SMEs, whereby the suppliers attend trainings in order to enhance their capabilities, skills, and knowledge to effectively participate in the supply chain. Then we have pre-bid training. This still also goes for the same, whereby suppliers enhance on their skills in order to participate in bidding processes effectively. We have fair bidding access, whereby suppliers are all potentially included in equal opportunities to participate in the bidding processes. This leads to increased competition, driving innovation and value for money. Then the fourth point is supplier code of conduct. This is a set of guidelines and expectations that outlines the behavior and practices that suppliers ought to exhibit while working with an organization. This therefore enhances reputation through demonstrating their commitment to responsible business practices. I'll hand over to Patience to take over. Patience.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you once again. I'm Patience, and I will now walk you through some of the compelling case studies, both locally and internationally, that reflect practical applications of socially responsible procurement. Here in Uganda, Chira Motors Corporation, Uganda's pioneer in
Hello.
Thank you, Akelo. I'm Patience once again, and I will now walk you through some of the compelling case studies. Sorry about that. I will now walk you through some of the compelling case studies, both locally and internationally, that reflect practical applications of socially responsible procurement. In Uganda, Chira Motors Corporation, Uganda's pioneer in electric vehicle manufacturing, has become a flagship for socially responsible procurement. The government has supported Chira through public procurement, electric buses for urban transport under the Chira EV project. This approach promotes local industrialization and job creation encourages green mobility, and reduces urban carbon emissions. Involves local suppliers in the vehicle assembly process, thus boosting local content participation. By integrating clean energy with public procurement, Uganda is showing that innovation and sustainability can go hand in hand. At Ampas Technical Services, where I work, we prioritize the use of local labor and skills in our road and bridge construction projects. This not only supports community empowerment, but also promotes knowledge transfer and job creation. Regionally, our neighbors in Rwanda have taken bold steps in adopting green procurement by embedding sustainability into their national procurement policy. The country prioritizes environmentally friendly products and services while promoting social inclusion and economic efficiency. One practical example is Rwanda's national ban on polythene bags, a move that supports environmental preservation and promotes circular economy practices. Much as we have these beautiful success stories, the procurement sector still faces substantial challenges in implementing socially responsible procurement. I will now call upon Harriet to take us to the next part. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Patience. Good evening once again. I'm Harriet Achen, taking you through the challenges in implementing socially responsible procurement, where we have lack of awareness with both the suppliers and the buyers. You find that most cases, these buyers and suppliers do not have the knowledge of procuring the services that are needed by different entities. And then the second challenge is limited supplier capacity. Here we see it that there are sometimes we need procurements of large quantities, but then the suppliers that are available cannot afford to produce these large quantities. The next challenge is corruption and favorism, where we have seen most of the suppliers who do not meet the ethical procedures and also may not also have the enough capacity to supply goods, but end up going and corrupting or bribing the company procurement officers so that they are given the contracts. And then the other thing, we have weak policy enhancement. Yes, Uganda is very rich with policies, and there are so many policies that regulate procurement in Uganda, but you find that most cases we tend to ignore these policies, and then people who would be capable of supplying us the products will not be able to supply these products because we do not follow up the policies that are set up that govern procurement. I will have to call my other colleague Daphne to take us through the next slide. Daphne, please.
You can help me and display the screen. Good evening, everyone. I'm called Karungi Daphne. I'm going to take you through the recommendations and conclusions of our presentation. First, it starts with the training of the procurement staff. Second, add social responsibility procurement to evaluation criteria. Thirdly, support local suppliers. Fourthly, improve in monitoring and reporting skills. Thank you.
Thank you, members, for participating in this presentation. And I would like to conclude by saying socially responsible procurement is no longer optional. It is a strategic and ethical obligation that aligns public spending with national goals such as inclusiveness, poverty reduction, sustainable development, and implementing social responsible procurement successfully requires policy commitment, procurement staff capacity, supplier empowerment, and strong accountability systems. Finally, procurement is not just a purchasing tool, it is a development tool. Thank you so much.